Though it may not be the show's last episode, The Boys Season 4 wraps up the first 5 years of the Amazon series. It's clear that The Boys Season 4 is building to something enormous, even though the first few episodes are unfolding a little more slowly than normal. Season 5 of The Boys has been confirmed, and it will mark the end of the show. The current series of episodes must undoubtedly set up the impending showdown between Homelander and the titular team. Additionally, since they might not have time to come back to them later, they need to start winding up lesser subplots and character arcs. As it wraps up the first tale on the program, The Boys Season 4, Episode 4 moves in the right direction. While the story revolves around the battle between Homelander and Butcher, Season 1 doesn't begin with either of them. The Boys begins with an instigating incident, and the Amazon series has now provided fans and characters with a satisfying ending to that matter. In Episode 4, Atrain and Huey wrap up the first plot of The Boys, setting up a possible redemption arc for him. After Atrain kills Robin, Huey meets Butcher and becomes a member of the squad named after it in the first episode. There is a great deal of animosity between the characters in The Boys Seasons 1-3, and Huey and Atrain have a few run-ins. But in Wisdom of the Ages, which airs 5 years after The Boys series premiere, they finally put an end to their disagreement. As Huey's father lies dying, he becomes so desperate that he asks Atrain for assistance. Unexpectedly, Atrain accepts when he requests the Soup to take Compound V from Vought Tower on his behalf. Though he's hesitant, Huey is adamant that he owes him. Atrain claims that by clearing any debt he has with Huey, they will be good forever. And he does, setting up the boys' Compound V twist in Season 4, Episode 4. The boys' first feud comes to an end with a handshake between Atrain and Huey. The first storyline of The Boys is concluded by Huey forgiving Atrain, something the show has been aiming for years. Huey's reunion with Atrain and the fact that he has essentially moved on are what provide closure for Robin's passing. In The Boys' early seasons, Robin acts as a motivator for Huey, just how Becca pushes Butcher to seek revenge. However, Huey overcomes his loss and rage, unlike Butcher. Instead, his acts are motivated by the new friendships he makes, the purpose he discovers, and the relationship he develops with Starlight. Huey's shot at Atrain is rare since, by the time The Boys Season 4 premieres, Robin is hardly ever mentioned. This indicates that since Robin is no longer a significant part of Huey's storyline, it's time to put an end to their feud. It's obvious that Huey is concerned about other things, even though she sets him up for his current situation. The focus is on his father, his connections with the boys, and the state of the world at large. Huey is still moving on, even though he may not be over Robin. The boys really ought to do the same. And tries to flip Atrain as one of his first moves as the boys' new leader, and Huey finds this offensive at first. Having a Soup from the Seven on their side may be extremely beneficial to the group. But Huey allows his old grievances to skew his judgment. The Soup is free to work with the squad in any capacity now that Huey has extended his forgiveness to Atrain. Although Atrain isn't totally in favor of the boys' assistance, it's clear from his behavior that he's not totally against it either. Atrain is obviously finding it the hardest to put up with Homelander's recent shenanigans out of all the members of the Seven. Furthermore, Atrain's tense relationship with Vought and its marketing staff is well known. It's highly likely that The Boys Season 4 will drive the Soup to the other side of the main war once he betrays them by assisting Huey and... They'll also have more Soup authority and insider information if Atrain joins the group. Each could arrange the cards to suit them.